The power of connection. Why did you take this class? Now, when we pose this question to our students, and I will say to you specifically students that have been labeled low social economic status, that is a label that we have to pull off of them, but due to upbringing, geographical location, that's the label that's been placed on them. But this question, why did you take this class, will be an introduction to them breaking free from the glass ceiling that label has brought. This question can also be asked to students in general, specifically in high school. You may be able to ask eighth graders this question, but to keep it in context, you can ask this question for students in high school that fall under low SES. This question is going to bring critical thinking. It's going to bring connection between you and your students and the student and the subject, the power of connection. When we connect with our students, we're connected with them relationally. However, we are also connecting them to the subject matter and the importance and relevance of that subject matter, whether we speak in academically or post-secondary education, in addition to their career or vocationally. Why did you take this class? This question, it aids in uncovering students' motivation. It helps us link the subject matter to long-term goals, their long-term goals. By doing this, going through this process and asking these questions, it highlights the value and the relevance of what is being taught. Hashtag boring. I'm going to talk about that in a second. When the understanding comes to the student, it's going to reduce the probability of behavior issues and distractions that can divert students from the task. So going through this question and the series of statements that follow this question minimizes distractions that can take the student off task. It also minimizes behavior, inappropriate behavior that falls outside the classroom norms. But more importantly, in my professional opinion, to you, that it connects the student with the topic, whether it be from a hard skill standpoint or a soft skill standpoint, where they can leave the building with the understanding associated with the topic, the soft skills that was needed in that class, and the application of the subject matter into a real world, real life situation. At times, students can find a class as boring, specifically in a high school setting, because of the repetitiveness, the routine, the redundancy. Specifically, seniors run out of the building because in their mindset, they believe that they are running from prison. You know, I am done. I've been here for 4 years. I'm ready to get up out of here. But oftentimes what I see and observe is students are either leaving the tools that their teachers have given them in the building, or they're leaving the building prematurely with tools on their tool belt that they don't know how to use. They may have been aware or made aware or exposed to how to use those tools, but they haven't implemented those tools in real world situations and real world settings. The power of connection. Once we ask the students the question, why did you take this class? There's going to be some statements that's going to be made. And teachers, you got to be ready for the statements that's going to be made, because this is also connected to the power of connection between you and your students relationally. Personally, I allow my students to have perspective when I'm asking them these type of questions. I'm not looking for the academic answer. The academic answer is the fill in the blank, the multiple choice, the right or wrong answer. I let them know, when I ask you this question, I want you to be real, and I need to know your perspective. So sometimes when this question comes, why did you take this class? It's going to be various responses that you're going to get. One of the responses is because this class is easy. Another response that you're going to receive is because I don't have a choice. My parents sent me here. But one response that you get that is the game changer for their lives is, this class is connected to what I want to do in my career. Once you hear that, that connection is there. And when the connection is there, when we are asking them the questions instead of imposing what we want to teach to them, it equates to engagement, comprehension or understanding, application, and success is going to be there academically because that student is interested in the topic. So I'll leave you with this. Let's say that the student is saying, I'm not really interested in this class. I'm just taking it because maybe I failed this class last year. I got to retake it, or because it was easy, or because my parent sent me to school. I don't have any other choice. That person is unmotivated to be in your classroom, but it's okay. If that be the case, and this is what you share with them, do you know the difference between a hard skill and a soft skill? They're probably going to say no. And you break the hard skill down to them. Hard skills are basically skills that you get in school that are measurable, they're concrete. They are subjects connected to world history, ELA, arithmetic, algebra, social studies, foreign languages, the academic portion, the measurable portion, and that portion has its place from a marketplace standpoint, from a career standpoint, career development standpoint, and business standpoint. But what I want you to highlight to them, if they're not interested in the topic or subject matter in your class, is the soft skills, the creativity, the innovation, the interpersonal skills, the active listening, the communication skills, the emotional intelligence, the teamwork, the collaboration. You know what, Leonard, you may not be interested in this class, but in order for you to be successful outside the four walls of this building, you're going to need organization. You're going to need to be able to work in a team. You're going to need to be able to actively listen. And these are all soft skills that you need to be successful in your career, in your life, with your family, in your business, holistically. The power of connection. Why did you take this class? That question can open up a lot of doors of connection for you and your student, minimizes behavior, minimizes distractions, can keep students on task, and most importantly, it can connect them with a purpose. If they come into your classroom every day with a purpose, we're not going to say this, and it's not going to be behavior issues, but there'll be minimum at best, because that student is going to invest his or her time learning all they can and getting the most out of the experience that they share with you. That's it for me today.
This is Potential. reasons why we're in school is not only to get the academic skills, but also to get the skills so we can be successful in the building and outside.
To talk to each other, work with each other about making the right decisions. It was active, so we really loved it. So thanks for having us.
That means the experience that I have gives me the confidence to move forward.